Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
She does a pretty damn good job at it, too.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Talk to her again in a moment. First turn is research.
We will study that. Please tell me if you find something.
What may I do for you?
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Orlais. I believe we actually met in Val Royaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but our legions are fond of playful touches.
What business are the Montilliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the waking sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
That's where our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille always did love a party.
I don't recall seeing you at any of them.
Attend one ball and you'll fend off invites for a dozen more.
That reminds me. The Herald of Andraste has received several invitations from the curious.
To parties? How many am I getting?
Only 17 this month, I'm afraid.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montillier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you... Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Well, I do have the glowy fate hand.
Another time. Good day to you.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries, and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
And you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antiva for a new challenge when Leliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thedas, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
So was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divine. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
Yep.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen.
Exactly.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail. What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
I'd say that's an apt description.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevarra, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings.
Just 3. That's all.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
You said you were a mage.
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Mages need protection. I wish more of them could see that.
I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
That is awful.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
And see, that's interesting to have a story that kind of tells Templars in a different light. They actually protected her, they saved her, and you don't hear her talking about being oppressed. I mean, horrible things would have happened if not for the Templars' intervention.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquils safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled. The rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
Truer words are rarely said.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
That's cool, though. So the more stuff I gain in order to turn in for research,
Please tell me.
the better chance I stand against stuff and get like bonuses and whatnot. I like that. Right, the war console. Let's do this. Check out the war table. Let's see what we can do as far as some little side missions I can send the advisors out on. Yay! Connections. Nobility.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me.
History.
Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so
Considering-
easily, perhaps he should try leaving.
I always like doing the dialogue stuff first, because again, I'm a huge person on role-playing and getting into it, so you'll probably see me get a lot of the speech-oriented stuff first. Plus, it gives me additional experience for it. So I'll go with history knowledge, because again, Serafino has a deep connection to the Chantry because of family ties and all that other good stuff, so it makes sense to have that. Boom. Check out Freldon. See, look, we got all these little markers now. Address Noble's concerns. Terran of Highever. Scout the Storm Coast. Hard Hightown 3. Varric's Revenge. Deal with the relatives. Oh, yay. I have relatives that are being jerks. Rescue soldiers. The Bog Unicorn. Gather coin. Oh, well, I know the Bog Unicorn is the mount. Requires no time at all. I don't want anybody to know about this thing coming in.
Let's see what we have.
That's done. Check out Orlais, see what's over on this side. The red hair, or the red heart, sorry. Bring that in. Then investigate the shards. Flames the Inquisition Charger. the armored steed of Cullen bringing in. What's this one? Investigate, Sarah Lou. Oh, hey! From the last court. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll check that out in a minute. We'll check out what's going on in Ferelden first. Because screw Orlais. That's right, I said it. And what's cool is, when you go to pick, you can read kind of the description, and they'll tell you how the advisor is going to try and handle it. Certain situations, certain missions, you want different advisors to take care of it. Not only because the required time might be lower, because they're the preferred individual, but also because of the fact that different advisors will have different outcomes for these things. Have her take care of it.
At your service.
I already have 16 power, nice. See, Liliana would actually be the one that would go for it. It's funny that she's actually called Ruffles.
Let's see what we have.
Women's concerns. Yes, help the refugees. Make it happen, Colin.
All right.
So now they're taking care of it in real time. Everybody's busy. Let's scout the Storm Coast. Using some of my power and influence. Alright, Lieutenant Harding, with a small compliment. Soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Well, that's not good. No, I don't want to go there yet, because I still need to take care of what's going on in the hinterlands. So we're going to fast travel there. Gonna go ahead, try and clear up a lot more missions before we go further in. So it'll probably be still a little bit before we see some of the other party members. But at least we'll be able to gather a lot more power, maybe get some level ups and all that other good stuff taken care of. And the good thing is, even though I'm doing all this leveling up and I'm getting all these skills, I don't have to worry about being stuck in that way, because at least in Inquisition, thankfully, like in Part 2, which unfortunately didn't have in Dragon Age Origins, there's the respec amulet, so if everybody's leveled up and everybody's good, and I'm like, oh crap, well, I didn't have this specialization, or I didn't have the ability to get these things just yet, that's no longer a worry. Respec, build it the way I want to. So I can just continue to play as I am now and not have to be too concerned about it. Let's get people leveled up. Pincushion. Should we turn the blade? Mind Blast. Yes. Alright, just as a heads up, as you can see how my character's kind of walking weird, and he's kind of like stuttering in the way he's moving. Unfortunately, since last time I played, my left analog stick for some reason doesn't work right. I went ahead and searched online, and apparently it's a known issue, and when I tried to call for warranty, mine was expired, so I was told to kick rocks more or less. So this is going to make for an interesting playthrough until I get my new controller that I got on Black Friday for about 40 bucks, which 40 bucks I didn't have, but, you know, things happen. Also, going through here, as we try and make do with the crazy dialogue wheel and movement that's going to happen thanks to this controller. This game is huge, as I've mentioned. I've been playing a little bit ahead because I can do so without recording. I can only record at certain times, as I mentioned before. And Hinterlands is a lot of side questing and a lot of stuff, so I'm going to leave it up to you, the viewers. Do you want to actually see me do all of the side quests, or kind of only just do the more important or relevant side quests in the main missions? If you want to see everything, I can do everything. I have no problem doing so, but I figure it might be a little bit boring for some people that watch. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. And oh my god, this is just horrible. I really wish I knew a better fix for this. This is just crazy. So let's take a look, survey the area again. I know I got all the camps. It's one of the first things I wanted to do. So let's clear out what we have going around here before we head down to the bottom right area. Oh my god. So you may see me get frustrated at one point or another, but at least you know now why. This is a little ridiculous. Oh, definitely want to collect lots of iron though. As soon as I get a chance, I definitely want to love with crafting and all the crazy stuff you can come up with.
Hopefully the Inquisition can find some way to help these people.
Helping these people is definitely part of the plan. Get over this way. But yeah, what it is, after being told it's out of warranty and there's nothing they can do for me, I went ahead and took apart the controller and took a look at it. And the actual access on the left of the controller.
Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Yeah. But as I was saying, what I did is after taking it apart, took a look at the access to see maybe if there's something that's disconnected, not seated properly, or just anything along those lines. But everything, for at least from what I could see, looked absolutely fine. So that just led to an unfortunate situation. So yes, the deed is done though. New controller's ordered. It'll be on the way, not until December 8th. So it's going to be a while.
What do you mean?
Well, let me know if you find it.
Come on. I can definitely see where this will be troubling for combat though.
Thank you. Mages, Templars, bandits, demons. Making it hard for a man to hunt for his supper. Here, maybe this will help.
It more than helps. With this, I can fill these hungry bellies. Give these folks some hope. I didn't think much of the Inquisition. But no one else is helping like you lot. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, you were. Inquisition's a force of good. At least when it can be.
I suppose you're right. Long day.
So you go talk to this guy about blankets.
We'll make good use of
More
it.
cold weather coming.
Thank you.
Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the Mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
Alright, so basically just find their... Yep, seed caches. No sneeze coming on.
We'll make good use of it. Thank you.
But one way or another, I do know what I'll do for now.
I
Is
confess,
complete.
Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Ah, because I am an apostate. I might flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains. I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
Now I actually lost my train of thought. Thanks, Cassandra. Oh yeah, what we'll do is at least a few side quests, and then we'll get into one of the major story quests soon. So that way at least I'm slightly better geared and leveled for it. It's all about preparation. Going in the opposite direction, aren't I? Yes, I am. Let's try this again. Sneeze. Gotta go off this way. Now, if I press ridiculously hard all the way up on the left stick, it kind of works. But I know the more I do that, the more wear and tear it's going to put on it, to the point where that's not even going to fix the situation. I just know it's eventually going to come to the point where I'm not going to be able to walk forward. But yeah, I am, to be honest, a little bit ahead because I've been doing the Inquisitor playthrough, my own personal playthrough. And I have a little more freedom to do that because, like I said, I can only record at certain times. Nope, nope. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Because I'm missing completely. Nope, don't get away from me. Oh. So far, really, I'm enjoying the game. I'd almost go as far as to say I like it more than Origins. That'd be considered blasphemy to quite a few people I know. Watch out! Go this way. Definitely try and grab whatever resources I can on the way. Oop. Yes, plenty of iron. That's one thing that seems to be in absolute great abundance here. For metals, it's iron. And for herbs, elf fruit. So much elf fruit. Any apostate mages? probably on this hill. Oh, it should red marks already if it was. But, oop.
One
Now
of the
belongs to the
supply
Inquisition.
caches Whittle wanted us to find.
Wow, that one's like right next to the camp. That's funny. Oh yeah, but it's important to do a lot of these side quests, at least so you can get enough points to... You get enough power, like influence, that you need to spend on being able to do certain quests. So it is definitely imperative to do so. Kinda almost reminds me of the Saints Row respect system. I know that's a funny comparison to make, but the way Saints Row worked is you had to do little side quests or diversions or little fun things in order to be able to do the main story missions. So that way you're not burning through them too quickly. You kind of break it up a little bit. Not to say that the story isn't fun or just enjoyable, but it's just nice to be able to do those other things, be able to get, you know, better weapons, upgrades, and so forth. It's nice to have that option. But if you want, you can always just go straight to the main story missions. There's nothing stopping you from doing so. But I, for one, have always been a big fan of side questing. As long as it's not always nothing but fetch quests and grinding. Which not all of these are. Not all RPGs do that. You... Actually, no, I'm gonna need Varric for this. Nope. For the way you get, the easier it is to kill you. I see that, like, stutter.
It is a
Start and
comfort to
go.
have you present on our journeys, Seeker.
You so rarely call me by my name, Solas. Why is that?
Manners, perhaps.
Manners have not held you back on other occasions.
I say what I believe to be true, even if it gives offense to those who prefer the lie. But there is no lie in what you are. Your position is an honorable one, and well earned.
I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
See how... Oh, God, no. This is what I want to choose. Don't choose the other thing.
I am the Herald of Andraste.
And do you claim to hold power over the rifts the Maker has opened in the sky?
I can seal rifts, yes.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
This cult, what are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Oh, so the Rapture. Yeah, good luck with that.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the Mage, if only in hopes of appeasing it.
Oh, let me move.
The Maker has torn open the sky. Speak not the chant of...
I've wondered, how did you know to approach us, Solas? The breach opened. We were scrambling and barely had time to think. And there you were.
I went to see the breach for myself. I did not know you would be there.
You must not have been far away.
I was not. I'd come to hear of the Conclave, but did not want to get close.
Lucky for us, then.
Unless he was the one behind it all along. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, come on. Don't let this be one of those moments. There you go. Oh, nope, never mind. Damn you and your stop and go. Get all this loot to sell.
My lady,
Some of it's
your
going to be as good as
mother
what I
and
currently
sister
got.
must miss you greatly. With your father's passing at the Conclave,
No. We can never go back. The Inquisition can pick up the pieces of this world. Own peace in the world to come.
Seems like if I actually spin the stick... Oh, never mind. I take it back. I was going to say it actually works a little bit better. It doesn't.
How did the Maker bring you to these hills? Excuse me.
Lady came to the conclave.
While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
And I knew I had found my...
Where would your friend be?
She is my love, and she should be here. I wrote to her weeks ago. I know the path up the hill is dangerous, but surely the Mages and Templars would not trouble a young lady.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Please,
Surely not.
my beloved, tell her I am waiting.
You're looking like. But overall, I think I got pretty close to my facial features. You can see I was constantly looking at the phone and all that other good stuff, but let's continue.